So I'm out at the site of the confrontation between the police, the Metropolitan Police Department, and citizens on May 6th of 2019. So as you look around this area of 7th and Longfellow, you can see it's pretty quiet, docile, slow, and so let me ask you a question. On May 6th, the Metropolitan Police Department showed up around 7th and Longfellow. From your vantage point, what did you see? What happened there?
I saw the same neighborhood kids I see every day, and it seemed like they were trying to not be bothered by the police, and the police just pull up in like one or two SUVs and they start harassing them.
We want to re-examine the incident of May 6, 2019, where the Metropolitan Police Department conducted what amounts to a jump-out operation.
So I just started recording because I didn't see why it was warranted. I didn't see what they did for the police to pull up on them like that.
Were the young men out there prior to?
They're always out there. Like, they live in the neighborhood. So they're always hanging out. Sometimes we let them sit in front of our house because when they'll be down the street on 7th and Kennedy, the police will run them off of there. So we let them sit in front of our house. Then they decided to come and get them there too. They were like chasing them through the alley. It was a lot.
Chasing them?
Yeah, like the police officers were driving through the alleys. It was one in the SUV and one on like one of those little motorcade bikes. And I'm just like, wow, this is a lot.
So once the police stopped and I guess detained one or two, I don't know how many, but detained someone. What was the interaction like between the officer and officers?
It wasn't positive. It was a lot of yelling. Like, you could just hear the yelling. You could hear the kids asking them, why are y'all always harassing us? What do we do? And then as soon as it happened, they already had one of them in handcuffs. And they took him down to the ground and they handcuffed him. They have their knee in his neck and on his head and his back. You could hear him screaming. So they pick him up and then they take him over near the car. And then one of the police officers still physically like hitting him, and he's handcuffed. They didn't read him any rights. They literally gave no reason why he was in handcuffs.
Let me ask you from that. No, was there any physical violence or assault
From the boys?
from the young men?
Not that I saw.
Okay, and how about from the police?
I did see the police start to get agitated because before it got physical, they were threatening to pepper spray and even did pull out their pepper spray and sprayed a few people. And that's when everything...
Oh, they sprayed a few people.
Yeah, they did. They sprayed the boy in handcuffs and his friends that were over there recording.
Oh,
they sprayed him.
They sprayed him while he was handcuffed?
Yeah, they sprayed a couple of them while they were handcuffed.
What? Oh, so they handcuffed more than one person?
Yeah, they handcuffed at least 3 or 4 people during this whole...
And then... And then pepper sprayed?
They pepper sprayed them first. They pepper sprayed everybody into the crowd.
The crowd gathered.
It was a crowd. Crowd had gathered by this time. So they pepper sprayed into the crowd, and then it's like they just rushed one of them. He can't defend himself, and he gets pepper sprayed again, and he's screaming that he cannot breathe. And they literally aren't doing anything. And we're telling them he needs some water. He can't breathe. They're just trying to shove him in the car. They just shove him in the back of the police car.
because I did hear one of the officers on a video, video that was taken at the scene. One of the officers asked, well, was he allergic to something or did he have asthma? That was it. So the jump out incident is rather unusual, or would be unusual, except for it's Washington, D.C. So
Red Media.